Between here and bad news and past through. Be on the maps too, the past views relax you. But royalty rules things for cash too. What I guess that means I know the truth. And they still claim they hold the proof. I'm not alone, I'm a soul whose intentions are good. New moon, I left the lose. So give me some time and then you watch me fly. I gotta love myself with understanding who am I. I'm not ashamed to say I've changed my way. I do it pride. No matter what I say, I can't escape the way I feel inside. It's long every step of the way. He's keeping me safe from every enemy and on your mercies like gold in your shield and sword. Do you see the light? You can't ignore it.
Listen, man, that's vibe music. That's ride music. You can slide to it, you can get high to it, and you can change frequencies. I love that type of music, man. We got the Me Personally podcast, man. And today I got a beautiful guest, man. He not only he don't even got a pillow no more. He literally he on the same frequency that a lot of y'all should be on, man. But before I go any further, I want y'all to hit that like button. I want y'all to hit that subscribe button. I want y'all to hit that bell, that bing. I want to be notified, man, when I get to popping my ish. But today, I told you I don't introduce nobody on this podcast. I'm gonna let bruh introduce himself, cause he's very high viber, man. Without further ado, man, I'm honored, man, to present, man, my dog, man. It's been a long time coming, even though time don't exist. But it's been a long existence coming into existence.
What's up, man? What's up? Prolifik, man. You know, y'all know me as DJ Prolifik. Some know me as Prolifik. Somebody know me as Mike, you know what I'm saying? I just been doing it for so long, man, and I think I'm finally at a point where both feet on the ground, I'm strong, I'm ready to move forward and do God's work.
Man,
that's where I'm at right now.
That's love. Where can they find you at? I'm talking about everything.
Every day, Prolifik Verse, Prolifik Verse. That's it.
Keep popping up at the bottom.
I'm on all of that. Every single thing you could search, just search that. That's where you look me up.
Period. You already said right. Prolifik.
Yep.
Verse.
That's it.
You don't know how to spell verse? VERSE.
That's it.
Period, man. I appreciate you blessing, man.
I appreciate you. I appreciate you.
Just bringing something new to the podcast.
Yeah.
And we about to get right into it, right? You know, this is the Me Personally podcast. So, first off, right? The music, right? I got to talk about that before the story,
Absolutely.
Right? Because on the strength, when you first presented the project, I listened to it.
Yeah.
I can admit that.
Yeah.
Boom.
I appreciate that.
But then, when I knew you was coming on, right? Because, when it ain't that I just, I really listened to it. But I never knew you was that woke until I went back. When I work out to music, it put me in a different zone with it. And I was in the gym with it. And I'm like, damn. But that song that we played called Lurking. Man, but the whole project, fire. If you ain't into, and it's just me, right? If you ain't into really waking up and this ain't no shoot 'em up, bang bang type of music. You can tell this type of music. This is what I like. I can get high to it. If I can work out to you, that means something. And I like the frequencies as you want. So the project gonna be for sure. Keep posting, but I promise you, please listen to Lurking. Don't listen to it once. Don't listen to it twice. Cause I had to listen to it literally twice. Damn. I didn't know he was saying that. Cause the wordplay so crazy where you really gotta be oh shit, he was comparing that to that. So man, I appreciate that, man. Brother, so speaking of that project, right? Do you freestyle? Do you write? How your process go with that project? Cause that was heat.
So it's different, you know. With this particular project, it was a lot different than the ones I've done before, because in the past, I've kind of tried to make things that would be marketable or make things that kind of would push yourself into a light that will, that would turn over units. On this one, I was going through a lot of transitions, a lot of life changes and stuff like that. And so this one, my dad is a big pillar in this project as well, because he was right there the whole way. And exactly, yeah.
What's Pop's name?
The same as me, Mike.
Prolifik.
Prolifik Senior, but
man, Prolifik Senior, man.
Prolifik Senior. He's a pastor, so I'm a PK. And it's a lot. Like, it was growing up, I ran from all of that. And so moving back to Cincinnati and really finding myself and finding what it was and getting back in touch with him, it allowed me to open up avenues I just didn't know were there. So I started writing my story. And I wanted to write something that was more religious. And there's a song, the song "Image." That's the first song I actually recorded for the album. And I woke up and I missed going to church. And I'm like, man, if I ain't gonna go to church, I'm gonna write this song that's gonna be for church. And I did it. But then when I heard it, I loved it. But I'm like, I don't want the whole song, I don't want the whole album to sound real churchy. Right. Like, I needed to be real familiar with it. So I had to really dig deep and tell my story and tell the things I've been through.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Now speaking of the pastor's kid, the church, right, and the music, now I understand your wordplay.
Yeah.
But like, speaking of that, right, like the beginning, like the story, like you ain't gotta go far as back as to when you were saying, wah. But where you originally from?
I'm born in Texas, but I grew up out here in Cincinnati. I grew up actually down the street between Mount Healthy and Forest Park. I went to Wynn-Woods. I went to Wynn-Woods. Then I graduated from Finneytown. I went there for a year. But mainly spent most of my time out here in Forest Park in the I section.
So when you said a pastor's kid, was you was born into this?
I was born into religion. I was a Seventh-day Adventist, born into being that, go to church on Saturdays, but pretty much went to church every other day, playing basketball, couldn't really do things on Friday night. I grew up a vegetarian, so it was a lot.
No meat.
Yeah, no meat. So religion and the doctrine of it was very, very strong in my whole family.
So when you said you go to church on Saturdays, right?
Yeah.
That's Israelite?
So
Hebrew?
It's like the original. We take the original doctrine of the Bible before the Catholics took it over.
Man, like the real version.
The real version.
Not the
even
no disrespect to the people that believe in what they believe in, right? You know, like, cause I'll be into that.
Yeah. So even with Catholicism, there's two chapters of that. You know, you got the chapters that was before everything when right after Jesus died, right. And then you have the Catholicism before when Jesus was still alive. That's when they was following it properly. Where it is now, it's kind of wild.
So coming from that background, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you already came into the world with inner knowledge.
Oh yeah.
That was not the knowledge. Listen, what he said was not given to us in textbooks or anything. And I ain't being disrespectful to people that believe in what they believe in. Yeah. But the real God was not white.
No.
And I don't be disrespectful. Everybody in the Bible that the people read, it say that.
Yeah.
We were created in His image and His likeness.
Exactly.
And no white person on this earth has hair of wool. No. Period. So I'm gonna leave that. I ain't gonna get into it because I know I got a few.
You know, we can hop into the Caucasus Mountains and all that.
Oh, the Christopher Columbus. Oh my God.
But we got.
But it's real.
It's real.
But this is me. But he got to come back. Yeah. Listen, what we just spoke on, right? This is what I'll be on. Yeah. He coming back.
Yeah.
Cause the knowledge that he got, he was born into this shit.
Yeah.
No disrespect with my wordplay, but I just started finding this stuff out.
Yeah, this was what was taught to us growing up.
But I didn't grow up believing of a white God. I never believed that. Never. I always understood the power of the sun and us and the connection that we had.
Yeah.
But, you know, like I said, man, he coming back, man. I promise I don't want to get off topic, man. Because I'll be so intrigued with, we gon' rock. So coming from the pastor's kid background, if y'all know what PK mean, that's what pastor's kid mean. Mm-hmm. So you already got understanding of inner knowledge. So did you grow up like a hard way or... Because a pastor's kid, I don't see you growing up a hard way.
Nah, see, that's the thing. Like with my mom and my dad, they both grew up religious, but my mom was relaxed level religion. My dad was
Full throttle.
full throttle. So having that dynamic in the household, I was able to get away with a lot more than probably a lot of other PKs can get away with because I could just put them against each other, you know. But
Dang. So moms, they both there.
Yeah, they both live in
That's
Louisiana. They both, thriving as well.
Still
man.
the same religion.
Oh,
So
yeah.
you never had meat.
I went back and forth, but I don't eat pork at all.
No.
And I don't drink a lot either. You know, I used to smoke like crazy for sure.
You don't
But
smoke
yeah,
weed or nothing no more.
not no more as of like a few months. You know what I'm
cool.
saying?
That's
It's something
transition,
that
man.
it's something that I might go back to only because it was part when I was doing this transition and changing. It was all part of a lot of the influences and things around me.
Right.
So now that I'm able to kind of navigate myself through a lot of situations, I'm able to put myself in a position to where I can make better choices about the things I put and take into my body.
So growing up, like, was it coming from that background? Was it hard? Like when you started going to school, did you go to Pacific schools or did you go to public schools?
So I went to public school and I went to private school for 3 years.
How was it? Which one did you prefer, public or private?
Public. I did.
Damn.
Yeah.
Private. Damn. So
I liked it. I like private. It was
they teach different in private. I've never been to a
very
private.
different.
And they teach you what do they teach you in private? I want to know this myself. Because public really, I ain't learned
Like
shit in
this,
public.
public and private is almost the same as far as the curriculum. Private is just faster.
Damn.
They teach it faster.
Okay. So it still teach you the same line bullshit.
Exactly. So
Okay.
probably why when I left private school and went to public school, I was probably a grade and a half ahead of everybody.
Oh.
And I was already about a grade and a half ahead in private school just because I have a very big thirst for learning.
Right.
So like I remember one time in private I got sick for like a week and I came back and I still was like 4 lessons ahead. So it's like I got to that point.
And
but
the
also,
thought process. You
yeah. So I always had that thirst for knowledge. I love to read. Growing up, that's what my grandma, my mom was on. We got in trouble and got punished. Our punishment was to learn. Our punishment was you're gonna go here and count these means to 100. You're gonna learn this. So by the time I started kindergarten, I could add, subtract, multiply, spell. I could do everything. It was crazy.
Wow. Listen, did y'all hear that? This for them parents out there, right? That put a system in front of your kids, put a phone in front of your kids. Did you see that? That's not punishment.
Right.
He said that his punishment was counting, learning mathematical.
Yeah.
Wow. Like my son, when I punish him, I make him work out.
That kind of, and that puts a mindset, you know what I'm saying?
Damn.
We wasn't allowed to really, watch TV or anything. We were allowed to watch an hour of TV, a half hour of it had to be PBS based. So, and then the games, like my Black history was important. My grandmother went to the same church as Martin Luther King. I grew up meeting the Tuskegee Airmen. In the 7th grade, I met Rosa Parks, Maya Angelou, and I went to growing up, I went to when we play like games like Monopoly and stuff like that, my grandmother would go out and get the Black Achievers versions of it and African American versions of it. So just as much as we get in religion and education, Black history is super important in our family too. And we are Black history. My family has a lot of positive Black history in their life. So yeah.
Biggest statement, we are. We should study. We are Black history.
We are Black history.
Like the power. Like man, I can't wait to have you back, man. Because I'm a big believer in. I knew he was here first. I always knew that because the way we got treated.
Yeah, absolutely.
When you get treated so fucked up in life,
Yeah.
and it just go for like personally, like whatever, like, cause I've been through some bull stuff in life, but when you get treated so bad, it make you believe, like, man, it's a treasure at the end of this, cause why y'all treating us so bad to the point y'all made us hate each other and knew it was God?
They scared.
Fear.
Nothing more scary to anyone in power is a strong, intelligent Black man.
Period.
That's the worst weapon you can be.
Damn. So like with that thought process, right? High school. Did you have any like certain like? Did you have any like what they call it? Damn, bro, we just talking about this. Did you have any kind of what's them called? What do you call them? The down bottom. That's not the down. I don't know, but you know what I'm talking. It's the moments when you ever had one of those down bottom moments, right? I call them down bottom. I'm gonna get to it though. I was just talking about it because this was a question I had. Like, one of those moments where you feel like all was all and you couldn't get out of it.
Yeah, all the time. You know, especially if you live
Rock bottom. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah,
rock
right,
bottom.
yeah.
I apologize, people. I'm high. I'm sorry. I'm high, man. I ain't me personally, but like, cause I know, like, cause from the outside looking in, right? Like growing up as a pastor kid, people from the outside looking in, they don't understand that you go through more than what a person go through without both parents.
Yeah, bro. What? And part of that is when you have both parents, you do have a different outlook. You do have a different perspective. And you might be blind to the perspective of somebody who might have a single parent or a divorced parents or anything like that. So, like, it was difficult because I may have came across a certain way without realizing that because I took for granted what I had every day. So, but I didn't really learn that position until I became a lot older and seen the world for what it was. But looking back at it now, yeah, you can come across as a servant, and the responses you get from that can definitely put you in some dark places.
Man, so I know, cause in your music, you speak on that a lot.
Yeah.
Like, would you mind elaborating on it?
Yeah.
Like your one of those dark places. Cause I done been in them.
Yeah.
And I done got through them.
Well, I remember, probably one of the things that I left the church, because growing up in the church, I left the church when I was 18, and in my religion, you don't get baptized until you're conscious. So like you can't just, your parents can't make you get baptized. You can't do anything. So I never was baptized. I just got baptized for the first time in April. So it's
that's blessed.
Yeah, man, it's amazing. So like when I came up and I'm like, it was the craziest thing. I got a speeding ticket. When I was about just turned 18, I got a speeding ticket, and I had always had a dream of wanting to be in the BAU for the FBI. Okay. That was what I wanted to do, and I also played soccer very well, so I wanted to play professional soccer. I wanted to go to law school. I had my whole life planned out for me. When I got the speeding ticket leaving prom. And I was 18, I went to a prom with my girl, she was like 17, the whole nine, and it was cool. And we went, and I got this ticket, and when I went to court, instead of them doing a payout on it, they booked me. Now, I remember this day, the people in there, they gasped, because they were like, what? My dad even gasped. I had to pay to get by there, and they told me to go in this room, and I thought I was going to get out. So my dad tells me, there's a process you do. It was in Amberley Village. It was There's a process you do that if you ain't in the system, they put you in the system. Now, in order to be in the FBI, you had to have a squeaky clean record.
Period.
There's nothing about it. I've been wanting to be in the FBI since I was 10 years old. So I literally, at that point, my career was over. I had injured myself before, so my soccer career was over. And it was to a point where that, to me, I felt I scorned my father, who was a pastor, who taught me everything, and then ultimately scorned God. And I'm like, yo, I don't deserve it. I did everything right, and I left the church.
That's what you was going through mentally.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah, and I was like, I'm done. I left this church. And that spawned the next 20 years of everything. That's when I got into, drug dealing. I got into doing everything bad. And it's wild because, like, when I've never caught a case on drug dealing, anything like that. I've always been really good in the dark world. You know what I'm saying? Right. 20 years almost undetected, making crazy bread. But doing all that. But as much success I would have had over the 20 years, it always felt empty, or I got super high and fell all the way down and had to rebuild over and over and over again. Damn. So yeah, it took it to the point where I realized everyone around me wasn't for me. I realized everything that I did, it was in the name of the devil, and it was a bad point to where I got to this, and people got affected, like my kids, all kinds of situations. It was bad, so I had to really put a lot of things in perspective, and part of me and my dad were not in a good place. Me and him got to the point where we came to blows a few times. It was bad. So getting to where me and my dad is right now is almost a miracle.
That's live.
Yeah, we talk every night now.
That's resilience, though.
Yeah,
because it's people out there, man. No lie, your story. It might not be identical, but it may be similar.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? Yeah, I never knew that, though. Even just by, because I ain't no judgmental person, but just by looking at you, as soon as you said pastor's kid, my mind already was like, oh, man, he grew up. Yeah. Boom. But then I thought about, nah, I had a friend
Yeah.
Man, he went through more shit than I did with 2 parents, and I ain't had one. I only had one.
So it makes you a singularity in a world of a lot of different things that are going on, because you go through, people have different reasons why their parents aren't in the household, all the way back from the governmental systematic of taking fathers out of their house for petty crimes and giving them overextended sentences. There's so many different things, to the point where the knowledge of just being a better father or a better mother isn't there. The psychology isn't there. The education isn't there. And there's people with 2 parents who get that and take that for granted. And that's not, I had to come to a place to be like, yo, I want to be different. I don't want to be that person that takes that for granted, and because ultimately you're judging, right? And I don't.
And we ain't God.
We ain't God.
We ain't God. Like, who was us to judge? But I used to like me. I've never been a judgmental person, only because I went through I always felt like if it's a heaven, like shit. Yeah. This hell I'm going through, I gotta make it a heaven. That's just me. Yeah. So I've never been a person to be like, man, you ain't. But I always been a person when I say judgment, I always been a person to judge off actions and energy.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Because your actions and energy is gonna tell me exactly who you are. Yeah. Not just who you are, but who you really are. Yeah,
and that's important, because they can put you in a position to where you got to make decisions that protect your energy and protect your peace. Right. Because that's the thing. There's a lot of what I want to be is getting into. I want to become ordained, but I don't want to be a pastor of a church. I want to be out here where it matters and helps.
So that's that's the process.
Exactly, yeah, and that's what my pride is. My dad said it best. My music is for those who want to establish and build a relationship with God, but may have trust issues with the church.
That's live.
And that's really what it is. I want to tell my story and keep that edge, because there is an edge. I don't want to be in here holier than thou. I don't want to be out there Bible thumping. But there are positive ways to be where you may not necessarily believe everything that is religion, but you do need to believe in the higher power.
Period. Period. Yeah. Now that I agree with. Yeah. When you start speaking on the church, you even gave me a different affirmation of it. Yeah. Because after I became a subconscious person, where now my levels, I got a higher frequency than what I be on. So I understand the power of religion now. I understand the power of us. I understand, but you gave me a better understanding of the church aspect of it. Because I always felt man, y'all keep preaching this bull stuff. Yeah. And a lot of people that preach something don't live what they preach.
Nah, they hop in their $1 million car, go to their $1 million mansion, and I love you. Yeah, that's I love to you me. To me, I feel like that's the devil all the way through. And you got to be realistic about what the church is. The church, just because it has the word church, doesn't mean positive, doesn't mean religion, doesn't mean faithful, doesn't mean God is in that leading that church.
That's live.
At all.
That's live.
Because it ultimately, even in the Bible, God, it says in the Bible, you need to do your own research. You need to become your own person. That's church is what you want it to be.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's that.
And that go for everything. Yeah. Knowledge. Even the knowledge that I seek and I speak, because I know I ruffle a lot of feathers on the internet. So because what I speak, either I was a test dummy or I did my own research. I'm not just going off what somebody else say. Even when you spoke on the Caucasus Mountains, I got suspended from school from arguing with my social studies teacher, man. I bet. Because I felt like, how the F is you telling me this, but it's right here? Yeah. How can you say you founded something if something was already over here? Yeah. That's like saying you founded the hot dog. Yeah. If I was already eating a hot dog at a baseball game, how can you find it? Yeah. You just saw me eating it. Maybe I didn't try to patent it, but when you spoke on that, because my mind state is this, and this for everybody. Everybody got a subconscious where I know y'all know, even the kids that's coming up now. Yeah. I know a lot of stuff, question it. It's not wrong to question it. Yeah. If the teacher, if you get suspended, the parents don't get mad. No. Unless you in the Matrix. Yeah. For real.
That's it.
And I see you got kids.
Yeah. And I challenge them every day to go get their information, and they do. I got some smart Discovery kids.
That's live.
They don't go for none of that.
I see. You can feel the energy.
Yeah, they don't go.
You can't just tell them like, listen, McDonald's is a clown.
Yeah.
All right, we about to find out the whole process of how McDonald's came along.
Absolutely.
I love that, and that's what I challenge my son. Don't speak on nothing you don't know.
Yeah.
If you ain't did your own research on it, don't speak on it.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's the thing. Like I've had, argue with people about politics, even about racism. I read Mein Kampf. Like, and just to understand the perspective, so that when I do have this conversation with someone, I'll be like, yeah, you might see it that way, but think of it like this, and speaking their language, because that's the best communicator. It's understanding the language you're communicating.
Period. I love that, man. You done came. I love that. Like, I appreciate you, like, for the simple fact, like, cause like that terminology, don't judge a book by its cover.
Yeah, absolutely.
You just summed it all up.
Absolutely.
Cause I ain't know you used to trap.
Yeah.
Like that street shit, like, and this for people out there right now that do that, right? Like, understand that, like, it's an ending, but it ain't what you think it is.
It ain't what
Everything has
you
an ending.
think it is.
Everything.
If God sits you down and gives you a choice in anything you do, and He sat me down in that move, and I could have said ignored him and went that route,
Right.
but I don't know if we be sitting here. I don't know if we be standing here.
Period.
I might be on a t-shirt. It might be that serious, but I had to make a serious choice, a serious pivot.
I'm glad you did too, man.
Yeah.
I'm glad, and I know you right now. I know you because I know you going hard at your new job, right? 'Cause there's people out there, we gotta promote this job.
Yeah.
Big dog right here, right? Like, he gonna make you. I don't care what. If you looking for a new vehicle,
Yeah, man.
big bro,
I'm
got
snapping
you.
there too. I'm snapping. I'm number 2
I
on
see
the board
it.
right now. I'm going
And you
crazy.
just started.
I ain't never sold a car a day in my life,
Man,
bro.
I
What?
remember when you put up a stat like when you showed us the office and all that.
Yeah, we
That's
in there.
live, bro.
Yeah.
You done made your space they space.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. And
That's the power of affirmation.
I love them up there. They treat me well.
Where you at? So
I
people
met
know.
Jake Sweeney on Tri-County, man.
Man,
Jake
listen. Listen. Please.
Yeah.
If you really want to get inside of something nice, whether it's luxury, hard leather, whatever you want, soft cotton, soft itch, scratch leather.
Yeah. We got the most inventory on Cincinnati right
Period.
now. Ain't nobody got more cars.
And I can really
than us.
vouch for that though. Like,
Yeah.
I can tell, like, just off bro energy, like,
Yeah.
you'll make somebody buy a turtle and they don't even drive.
Yeah, and I work hard for my clients.
That's
You know,
live.
they come in. I get
That's
people
live.
come in that just they don't know, they don't think
That's
they can.
live.
At the end of it, we taking pictures in front of their new car, man. That's how
live,
hard I'm gonna
man.
work.
Cause you ready.
I'm
I
ready.
love the energy you put out into the universe, man. Like, what you got coming up? Like, what's the?
Well, right now,
What you- I know
the
you got
album,
big-
yeah,
okay.
the album you got right now is that's the reference. So we about to go ahead. I just recorded the first single, Pivot, over at Timeless,
That's live.
and then I'm taking after I get done recorded out to my cousin. He has a pretty big studio in San Francisco. Him and his band's gonna add their little flavor to it and mix
Are you
on
going
it.
hard with this one?
Yeah,
You believe in
man,
it?
I believe in
Pivot.
it, man. I believe in it,
Oh,
man.
yeah.
And then we gonna go. Then after that, we gonna start putting together, the listening party, and then
I'm
after
there.
that, gonna get in the streets.
Well,
and,
I know we invited.
What you mean? You in there? You in there?
'Cause,
We
like,
in there VIP level.
No lie, like
Yeah.
I can really say like if I can work out to your music, like without pushing.
Yeah.
Cause like I'm very like I ain't hard to please. Cause I understand music. Your first words mean something to me.
Man.
You can say, "Adios," and if it's meaningful, I'm
Yeah.
gonna listen. Like,
Yeah.
it ain't just gotta be listen, God.
Yeah.
Cause I understand like I'm a higher power myself.
Yeah.
And I also believe in an extra higher power.
Absolutely.
But like with your music, I can actually vouch for this, and I ain't just saying this, y'all. Like I told you, my favorite song was "Lurking," and I love the intro because the intro lets you know what you about to listen to.
Yeah, the prayer.
The intro lets you know what you about to listen to, man.
Yeah.
That's why I'm like, damn, bro, on this. And I was doing legs yesterday.
Yeah.
So I was very tuned into the music. It wasn't like I was just hearing the beat because like music, words, everything is a frequency.
Yeah. It is.
And you came through and really like blessed the frequency. You brought a little mama. What's your daughter's name?
Bass.
That's live. She got a crazy energy back. What you do, Mace?
For what?
What you be doing? Like,
She just got. You better talk to him. She's got her babysitter.
Oh, you got baby?
license.
Yeah, I have a license for
Yeah,
babysitting.
she played sport crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Volleyball,
I play-
soccer.
Oh.
Uh,
Come on. Get you some promo. Get you some promo.
Volleyball,
What?
soccer.
Man,
This is my
cause she over there
oldest.
vibrant.
Yeah, this is my oldest.
We damn sure put her information. She babysit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Man, what you got going? What,
me and my friend have a
yeah.
babysitting club.
what's the name of it?
We have not got that far.
Ain't got that far? But y'all in business right now?
Yeah.
Cause we can promote. We gonna be able to promote something. Man. So whatever you want us to promote, we gonna promote. Your tag, your handle, what you go by. Oh, you got Instagram?
Yeah. I just have my Instagram account.
What's your Instagram? Tell them. So they can get a hold of you and babysit.
Man,
No idea.
people out there
Shad
need
Macy
babysitters.
Ray. There we go.
What is
There you go.
It's Shad Macy Ray.
How you spell it? That way people.
SHAD MACIRAE.
Yeah.
Babysitter. Now listen, I ain't heard of that in years.
Yeah.
And you can tell her energy, she vibrant, man. She got her father's energy, man.
For real.
Anything else you want to say?
Stay in school.
Fact.
Dang.
Yeah.
Straight A student over here too. She said she do what she
man,
do.
that's love, man. I appreciate that, man. That's live. I ain't mean to put her on the spot,
you
man.
good.
Only because like that brand, that's a brand.
Absolutely.
Promote that. Like people gonna reach out to you and all that. Make sure you send me that too.
I got you.
We're gonna put that at the bottom of the screen. Like the babysitter, I know for sure I be needing them. And a lot of people out there still rapping out there making love.
Absolutely.
Babies are being born more than corn is being grown. Wow.
Yeah.
So there you have it.
Yeah,
Like
I'm proud
so,
of her, man. She's the heir to the throne for
oh
sure.
man, I love that, man. I love that because I got a daughter.
Yeah.
Oh, that's my baby. I can't wait to go back to her right now, man.
what?
Like, oh man, she only one.
Oh man,
Oh,
yeah, that's a good age.
That's my baby, Shy, man. Daddy love you, man. Always and forever.
Yeah.
But, man, I appreciate you, man. Really coming through, like
I appreciate you having me.
not
man.
just like blessing me. You created something here.
That's what's up.
Like, cause
man.
the next person, like, the standards always get higher. Cause you gave us a personal, like, even for me from the outside looking in, like, I always had a certain presumption about pastors, kids.
Yeah.
But I also knew, like because of you.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I'm still open to like I love learning.
There's still some wild PKs out there.
Like, especially with your religion, right? When you said that, I never connected that to a church when you first spoke on what you spoke on. The new tech, man. Listen, because I got a segment I was really about to speak on all of the Enoch, the Book of Enoch. I've been studying that.
Yeah.
Like to the point where I know this for sure, and I gotta leave people with this.
Yeah.
Like the skin color, right? And I'm not racist, right? But I want people to understand the power of this pigment right here, man. Your connection with the sun is more deeper than what you think.
And as the sun is love, and that's the one thing, you know, and again, saying, not knocking, you know, Caucasian anything else, but just look at what the sun does to different skin. You know, it with us,
it energizes us.
It energizes, soaks us in. We absorb it. Versus it's rejected to the.
And I want people to understand is that feel like this when y'all out there, when you feel like the sun burning, understand that your body is full of bullshit toxins.
Yeah, I ain't never been sunburned a day in my life.
The sun take that shit out you. The power of sweating is powerful. That's why the sun, like, you know, like, cause I've been around a lot of people our color, and man, the sun's so hot. Listen. That mean you got a lot of bullshit in your skin that the sun gonna pull out.
That's real true.
The sun is more like your mother and father.
Yeah.
It really gives you life.
Yeah.
Like we plants.
Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna leave y'all with, right?
Yeah.
And with the Me Personally podcast, like I said, like, man, I appreciate you really like coming through, creating a whole new persona for me.
Yeah,
because like ain't nothing like conscious rap. I don't believe in that no more. I believe in like, bro, really woo.
Yeah.
That project, I ain't gonna call it no mixtape, period.
Yeah.
That project right there gave me a better understanding of you too. I was already prepared for you today. Because I've been hip to you.
Yeah.
Like, but I'm coming out, see, I used to be an introvert. Like, I'm a person where like people love me, but I don't like people.
Yeah.
Because of prison. Prison made me like that. But I understand though, you gotta get out of a biased mind state. Like there's people out there that really means you will.
Yeah.
Especially with buying cars.
Yeah.
I ain't I know for sure I could pull up at Jake Swing, Tri-County, and I know Brian ain't gonna get over on me.
Nah.
Opposed to Charlie gonna try to high finance, and cause numbers is if you don't know numbers are really like fuck with you. Like, 1%, 3%, 7%. So 13%. Listen, people.
Yeah.
Pull up.
Yeah.
He gonna get you right. And please tell him bread bag sent you.
Yeah.
I mean, something. Can I get some recognition? You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
But make sure y'all tune in.
Shout out to you for
I appreciate you,
making
man.
all this happen.
Man, listen.
Because I'm gonna tell you something, bro. This is the first time I really gotten out there and putting myself out there. I'm just now started getting comfortable with that, and vice versa. I've always followed your energy on Facebook and everything like that. So when I saw the post, I'm like, yeah, it
been due though.
Yeah,
but like I understand that like it ain't timing. It's energy.
It's energy.
Because like everybody, I don't care if you throwing out hate.
Yeah.
Your shit is into this universe.
Yeah.
He a universe, she a universe, we a universe. Once we catch it, whether it's right or wrong, like we gonna receive it. But I tell everybody, right, especially after this podcast right here, man, bro gave you real jewels, like not diamonds. He gave you real jewels. No dirt involved.
Nah.
Just was jewels, man. And I appreciate you, man. And you gotta come back though.
Every time.
Only because like
Every time.
the religious part.
Yeah, we can go deeper in that for sure.
And I need that. So make sure y'all tune in to that next episode of Religion, right? And he going deep, I'm going deep. So you got enough time to go get you some snorkel gear, some scuba, because we going deep. I'm talking about like, I'm speaking on what I want and what I know. I'm not speaking on what somebody else said.
Yeah.
He's speaking on what he want and what he know, what nobody else said.
Yeah.
So like, I can't do nothing but tell you, like, if I say something wrong, I can't, because it's the Me Personally podcast.
Right. That's a good conversation.
And make sure y'all tune in. Please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and that bell button. Energy here, baby.
It's the rap tool, catch you between here and bad news, we pass through. Be holding maps too, the past views relapse you. But royalty rules things for cash too. What I guess that means I know the truth. And they still claim they hold the proof. I'm not alone, I'm a soul whose intentions are good. New moon, nothing left to lose. Give me some time and then you